BabyBus. Jojo, Jojo, Super Jojo story time. Mom, may I invite Fiona over to our house?
That would be great. Do you know how to mind your manners as a little host?
Manners? What are those?
I shall tell you a story about the fox and the crane.
Yay! The fox and the crane.
One day, the fox invited the crane over to his house for lunch.
Oh, the fox invited the crane to lunch.
Yes, the crane happily went to the fox's house, but there was no fish or shrimp on the dining table. There was only a flat little dish, and in the dish was a little bit of broth. The fox told the crane, "Eat up, friend."
Crane, eat up.
But the crane looked at the dish with a troubled face.
Why?
Because the crane was a bird. Her beak was long and sharp. The dish was flat and shallow. She pecked and pecked for a long time, but couldn't get even a sip of the broth.
What about the fox?
The fox's mouth was big and wide. Gulp, gulp. He finished his soup in 3 gulps.
Oh, the fox can eat the food in the dish, but the crane can't.
You're right, Jojo. The fox invited the crane to his house as a guest, but then he didn't serve her anything she could eat. After eating the soup, the fox asked the crane pretentiously, "Friend, are you full? It's quite delicious, isn't it?"
Fox is a bad-mannered host.
That's right. The fox didn't really want to treat the crane to lunch. He just wanted to make fun of her. The crane was very angry, and she went home in a huff.
Fox, it's not nice to make fun of others.
Right. A few days later, the crane invited the fox over for lunch.
Why does the crane want to treat the bad fox to lunch?
Listen and you'll learn why. The fox had just arrived at the door of Crane's house when a delicious smell came from inside the house. He started drooling.
The fox is drooling. Bleh.
The fox quickly ran to the dining table and got ready to eat a good meal. Just then, the crane carried out the delicious-smelling lunch. But the food was contained in a tall, thin bottle.
Oh, a tall, thin bottle?
That's right. Like the crane's beak, long and thin.
Oh, so that the crane can reach the food.
Yes, you're right, Jojo. The crane said to the fox, "Eat up, friend." Saying that, the crane stuck her long, sharp beak into the bottle and picked up a fish. Crunch, crunch. She ate it happily.
Crunch, crunch. It's so delicious.
But the fox was troubled.
Why?
Because Fox's mouth was big and wide. The mouth of the bottle was too small, and Fox couldn't get his mouth in it. He smelled the delicious-smelling food, but couldn't reach it. He was so anxious, he was about to cry.
This time, the fox can't eat the food.
Crane saw Fox's frantic look and asked him intentionally,
Friend, why aren't you eating? The last time you invited me to lunch at your house, you purposely put the food in a shallow dish so that I couldn't get to the food. This time, it's your turn not to be able to get to the food. Do you feel very anxious now? Yes. It was your fault for having such bad manners last time.
The fox knew that Crane was paying him back for his bad manners. So, with his head low, he went home hungry.
I won't be like the fox. I want to be a little host with good manners.
I believe you.